With the day almost done, it's currently now about 26 past 6 in the evening in South African time. We're going to be doing an overview of how the markets performed throughout the day with relation to the video we posted earlier today. Please do not forget to go and follow Neltec FX on Instagram and email me or DM me any questions you might have or any video suggestions or any pairs you'd like me to analyze over the coming weeks. Let's go straight to the charts and see how the charts perform today. We're going to start off with USDMXN. Just as predicted, we said it earlier on that we are looking at this channel here on H4, and it broke the channel. We missed the trade earlier on. We're busy with something else. It broke the channel right now, and it's rallying down to what we expected, rallying down to that TP point that we put up earlier on. So what we're expecting now is a weekly re-entry. That means we'll get it going up. We're expecting a weekly re-entry on weekly re-entry. Coming back to daily, in the morning we analyzed this candlestick. We're expecting either a CSD re-entry or drive down by the market from an H4 re-entry. If you didn't catch that, please go check out our previous or last posted video. So it seems like the market is going directly into our hands. Even though we missed the short, we're going to be patient and wait on the long to buy this pair probably at this price of 19.83772. Moving to the next pairs, there's nothing much we can really do on USDMXN. You're moving on to the next pair, we have Euro USD. We really didn't have much looking at this pair. All we're waiting for similarly here is a weekly re-entry, but in this case, it's the weekly re-entry sell. So we're waiting for the market. Let me just zoom in here for a second. We're waiting for the market to pounce up to this point up here, to this price of approximately 1.8326, and get an entry there for the market to rally down. I hope I didn't take that. For the market to rally down to our expected point, which is about at the next take profit point will be around sorry about that, will be around at this point right here, 13979 after FMCBR that we do later on. Moving on to USD JPYs, I'm just going to skim out through these pairs because we really didn't have setups for these pairs throughout the day. I see we missed the minute 15 re-entry at this point. It was a beautiful entry point at this point. We missed that. To rally the market down, we had a rejection at that point, rejection of EMA 50. And on looking at the smaller time frame M1, where we were supposed to get the entry, let's just see what we had on M1. Most of you who are familiar with BBMA will recognize what I'm doing right now. For those who are not familiar with BBMA, feel free to ask. If I get a request to make a video on BBMA, I will definitely do that. So we're looking at M1, looking for a place where the market gave us an opportunity to enter, which is supposed to be somewhere further up here along the date of the 22nd of June. Which was today, earlier today. Just a couple of hours before we did the video, we got the entry point. But what we're interested in right now is what we talked about in the previous video, which was the Australian dollar pairs. And it looks like I'm going back, isn't it? Australian dollar pairs. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, the entry was over here. Let's quickly jump on to AUD pairs. We spoke about AUD pairs earlier on, that they're gonna rally up. We're looking at H1. This is where the analysis was made. FMCBR. We were looking at H1. We were looking at H1, saying that the market is probably gonna pounce up out of TP3 at that point, and then it's gonna rally down. And that's what we're expecting. As expected, the market has rallied up, but we haven't gotten our rejection off of EMA 50 yet, so we're gonna wait for that. But on AUD USD rather, it gave us a very nice opportunity to enter through an H1 re-entry. The H1 re-entry at this point gave us an opportunity to enter to the TP2 reversal at that point there, which is exactly where our EMA 50 rejection is going to happen. So we're going to hold that out probably until next week, where we get our proper entry, which is the trade. We want to go short on this pair. This is just a counter trend. What we want to do with this pair is we want to go short. So we just longed this a few minutes ago, actually. A few minutes ago, we just longed this AUD USD pair. We saw an opportunity. We took it. And what we're looking for right now is for the pair to come hit our EMA 50 highs, which is exactly at TP2. And then we're going to go short from then on heavy. We're only going to go short if it gives us setups for a short. So right now everything is lined up perfectly, but we don't know what's going to happen on Monday, what's going to happen on Tuesday, or throughout the next week. So we're going to wait to see what happens throughout then. The other pair we talked about was gold. We're expecting a re-entry on gold. Our daily candle is bullish today. We're expecting a pullback to this region right here, probably to pull back to about 1278.43 is probably where we'll be looking for entries. But now, for now, all we have to do is wait, or either come look for long setups on smaller time frames like H1 and minute 15. Counter trending, ladies and gentlemen, is not very, very efficient. You need to know where your entries are, and you need to be very, very careful with your entries when it comes to counter trending, because it might not even get to where we're expecting it to go, just like it did with the Euro USD. Like we said about it in the previous video, looking at this weekly candle here, we're expecting this weekly candle to hit up a bit higher, but then it only turned back at around EMA 50 rejection and MA 5 high. We're expecting it to hit MA 10 high, or maybe as high as 1.20371, but it didn't do that. So right now we'll be waiting to see what the market gives us. We're expecting another retest of the region of 1.18326. Similarly with gold, we're expecting a retest. Looking at the US dollar index right down here. Sorry about that. You're looking at the dollar index today, the daily candle doing what we expect of it. We have a big M forming right here. We had a short, as we explained in the previous video. We went out short about I forgot the area. I think it was about, yeah, I forgot the area. Yeah, it was about this trend line here. That's where we took our profit. But then looking right now at the current situation of this, we're expecting the US dollar index to lose a couple of pips going down up to this point, to retest, to give us a nice head and shoulders, which is very visible on weekly, to give us a nice head and shoulders, and then it might break down, might break up. It is yet to be seen, but right now it is playing directly into our hands, and through this US dollar index we can trade all the other pairs accordingly. Looking at how the ZAR is performing today against the Rand, it gained a bit of strength, lost a couple of pips. We have a very beautiful re-entry right now on daily, which is something I'm looking for. We have a very, very beautiful re-entry on daily. We have a candlestick momentum at that point, showing us that the candlesticks still have momentum at that point. Looking at H4, this is a good trade. Unfortunately, I wouldn't trade this, because the way I trade BBMA is they only have to reject EMA 50, then I can go long. I don't look for any other kind of extremes. This is the only extremes I look for. So looking at this, I think it's still going to break lower due to the US dollar index. I think this still has to go short for a while, probably up until 191225 or 191225, or at least a minimum. That's a maximum, at least a minimum of 91.406. I mean, so that's what we're looking at the moment. So looking at USD ZAR, which is the South African Rand at the moment, I am looking for probably a retest up to the MAs, which is a re-entry on this H4 time frame, and is still rallying down. Maybe rallying down to to daily to daily EMA50, I mean, not MA5, EMA50, which is probably going to be a TP2 because it's just a reversal. So that's exactly where we're expecting to short this up to, but it's yet to be seen. This is just I'm just walking over this. We're gonna do proper analysis on Sunday. Please look out for a video on Sunday after the market close and everything is settled. I'm gonna do another video to show you what's gonna happen throughout the next week. But right now, our main focus right now on trades that we're sure about is on AUD pairs, Australian dollar. We're looking to go long on all of them. We're already long on some of them. We are long on AUD USD, which is performing very well at the moment. We're going to take our profit at TP2, and then we'll see what happens throughout the next week. Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and do not forget to go follow Neltech FX on Instagram. You'll see all my content there, and you can DM me or email me from there for any video suggestions of what you want to see next week. Thank you.